And here we go, guys. Welcome back. JJZ hosting this one for you on Attitude. We've got Artosis in the top right spawn. And in the bottom left, we've got a B-rank Zerg player. Baby Will. Playing on a European server. Stop lag Retarc. Okay. There's something funnier about Smack Talk when they misspell it. Like when Artosis calls someone a moron. Half mole. Half Ron, half moron. There's something just really funny about it. It's like they're typing so fast to keep their APM up and get back to their usual, that they just misspell it, and it feels angrier, right? It feels like very much angrier. So anyway, maybe this guy can convince Artosis to stop the shared latency lag, if that even makes sense. We can't see it here on the replays, guys, and that's great news. I would hate to watch laggy games. Honestly, that would get very tiring. I love that the replays don't have lag. And yeah, we have the cross spawn today. We've got Artosis sitting at 2080 MMR and Will at 1884, a B-rank Zerg going spawning pool with after his Overlord and his 9th drone, going to continue to drone up after that. But I imagine we'll see 6lings with that build. With the cross spawn, Artosis, like unless he does something really funky here, like CC first, which he's not going to, should be able to hold this no problem with the barracks in base. In theory, anyways. This game was played in June, guys, June of 2026, and wherever you're spending your June, I hope you're enjoying it. Taking some time today to join me. Appreciate it, as always. Really do. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Coming into summertime, that my routine's going to change a little bit in the summer, as I usually go away for most of the summer. I'll be back and forth a little bit, though. And yeah, so I'm going to see how the casting goes. Looking forward to committing to trying to put one out a day here, and I should be able to for the most part. And might make the whole summer. We'll see if I can get a good setup, good routine going. I did practice there a couple months, or maybe a month ago. It was in May where I spend my summers. I was there for a weekend and I cast a couple games. Yeah, I mean, it's not as comfortable as at home. I'm on my laptop only, no split screen. The whole formatting and the whole screen size does give me some issues, but I was able to somewhat manage it. The mic changes when it's plugged in directly into my laptop, when it's connected to a second screen versus when it's not, even though it's plugged directly into my laptop. In both settings, somehow the microphone reads my voice and the music differently. Figure that one out, audio guys. I don't understand the audio, guys. I really don't, but I do appreciate Red Peak Audio. Give him a shout out again. Yuri, thank you again for helping me. So I've got it dialed in enough where it's very much, you're comfortably listenable, I think. For the most part, at least from what I can hear. Artosis expands into his natural. Early third base here from Will, getting aggressive, guys. An aggressive Zerg. Always like to see that. Expands rather than going into his lair. And we'll see. We'll see if that pays off. We'll see if Artosis can make him pay. Artosis getting into some very standard play here. Walling off his ramp a little bit with a bunker and a supply depot. Starts his refinery, and of course that would make this a gasless expand, and everything looking pretty normal here. Lair does start, and we'll see if we see him go into mutas. Artosis looks like he's going to go bio with his one barracks academy, and the expansion getting close to completing. SCV getting chased by some Zerglings. And yeah, what else is new, guys, with you? Let me know in the comments if you have something cool going on in your life. You're thinking about doing something new, starting something, changing, making a big change. Nothing too crazy for me. I think my oldest son is driving now and has a job and a girlfriend and just needs me less and less. So I'm seeing some changes in my life where my younger one is a few years away from that still, but it's coming. It's coming fast, and man, does it ever come fast. Which I guess leaves me more time for things like StarCraft, right? In theory. Or other things, There's other things I want to do too. So, but really enjoying this at this stage. SCV chases getting chased all the way back home, and he's going to lose that Zergling. Kind of loses track there. Let's check the APM. Yeah, really close, 260 to 270 here. So this guy hanging around with Artosis, APM-wise, even though he's in the B rank. Artosis does the SCV shift. down to his natural. We're at 26 SCVs to 21 or 20, yeah, 21 drones, and he's gonna go like 3-hatch lurker, 21 drone. Like this is like a generally something you'll see more against, well, 3-hatch Hydra against Protoss, but not necessarily the lair being a little bit early. Obviously, he's going lurkers here. And it's not a bad play with the bio units out, but Artosis should be able to pick up on this. And has he scanned yet? I don't think he has. Let's take this off. Going to move his bio army out with 1 Firebat and 8 Marines. No medic, so he goes Firebat rather than medic. And he's going to push across here. I'm not sure if he scanned this. I don't think he did. But did he scout it is the question with the SCV. Maybe he scouted it with the SCV and I was busy talking and didn't notice. Looks like he must have scouted it because he's heading right there. And Zergling's up to surround. Firebat going to really help here. Kind of eats them up. But, you know, Baby here, Baby Will made enough. Just barely. Good engage there for Baby Will. Kills off that first bio army. Couple more Firebats on the way, and we see shifting it to 2 factories. So from 2 barracks academy to 2 factories. So we're going to have a mech switch here. Or just because he knows it's lurkers at this stage, I imagine he has scanned. Maybe scanned the natural. And I think we missed the scan during... Oh, yeah, we missed one because it was at 61 last time I checked. So we definitely missed a scan. I'll try to listen for the next one, guys. My bad there. But he knows it's lurkers. He must have scanned. You wouldn't make this second barracks like this kind of spaced apart to delay the lurkers when they do come in. We do see some lurkers finishing. Artosis working on marine range and +1 attack. We see Baby Will drone up a little bit to 32. Artosis sitting on 41, continuing to pump them out. A few Zerglings and a lurker sitting out front here. One lurker's not going to do all that much, guys. Artosis has the scanners ready for this. Although he is somewhat short on scans, he'll have to be a little bit careful. He should have 2, 3 ready momentarily. But no turrets yet. They must be coming, though. You'd be wise to maybe make one. Potentially suspecting a drop here. Hive coming up. No Spire yet. We just see Baby Will planted out front. And Artosis going into Vulture speed and mines with an armory coming. I like this move. Potentially, you know, you get 2 or 3 vultures in here and they can do a lot of damage right now. Will getting a little bit chintzy on the defense. Static D. There's the Spire, guys. Hive about to finish as well. And we'll see what he decides to go here. On 3 base, 3 gas, and really so many options for Zerg, right? At this stage of the game. Honestly, I like just going right to Filers. That's always... If I was a Zerg player, that's always my top pick. Artosis does scan the main. If he's watching right now, he will have time to see the Hives finish for his timings. And what's he going to make here is my question. 3 Hydras on the way. 2 more hatcheries on the way. Where is he making those? Okay, up here, looks like. And there's the Defiler mound, guys. He throws it down. Where does he make it in the natural? Yeah, right beside the Spire. And I like that move. I think it's the right move, generally speaking. Get that Dark Swarm out as quickly as possible. You young Zerg players out there, as if you need it. Another scan goes down right here just to push the lurkers back, I think, at the front. And here another one. Hearing things as I do at times, guys. You know, Artosis does pick off that Overlord. That's a nice little pick off. And we see Baby Will here. A little short on units, right? Getting a little bit greedy here. Starting to make some Hydras. He's like, oh, he's pushing out. Greater Spire on the way, so it's going to be Guardians. I almost called that earlier. I thought, why is he making the Spire there? No mutas yet. Is he going to go Guardians? And it looks like he is. And look at this. We did call this, guys. We called 3 or 4 Vultures, 5 in this case, doing some damage on this base. Chases the drones out, gets a bunch, lays some mines. Hydras don't quite die, but he can, get some more mines in there. That's a great mine. Gets a bunch of units. This one's going to get picked off, just completely delaying the mining up in this base. That is some nice harass by Artosis. Will making some more lurkers. Well, the Defiler is going to lose this Defiler. That's a nice pick off. Yeah, Artosis is getting great value with these 5 Vultures. Really great value. Cancels that drone, I think, right as it hatched, so you didn't get the animation. That was kind of a cool see. You don't see that very often. Gets one more, though. One more unit there. And Lurker's returning home. Artosis bulking up his army. We're at 105 supply to 72. So Artosis in a good spot for that. We see a scan go down. Okay, scanning the map for hold position Lurkers as he moves across. I think that's a really smart move. That a miss there could lose you the game, even though it wasn't necessary in this case. You have to do it. Goliath range on the way, and a science vessel probably going to start here any moment, I think. Another scan there for Artosis, and again, just scanning ahead, scanning this area on the map. Make sure I'm not going to hit by any surprise Lurkers as he pushes down towards Will's base. Going to catch a couple Lurkers here unburrowed, surround them, and yeah, he's just going to lose them for free. So good pick off there by Artosis. You can see the APM dropping for Will as Artosis pushes into this. He's going to catch the Guardian here. Great pick off, and I think this third is just going down, right, guys? He's got some Lurkers that are going to get on top of the tanks, but he's got to a little bit slow there, a little bit slow. And this base, there's no saving it. The Lurkers are going to be too slow, even with Dark Swarm. Artosis should be able to hold this ramp. Well, maybe not hold it with Dark Swarm, but he ought to be able to just push his Marines up here and just target down the hatcheries. This would be a good pick off, although it's not upgrading right now. Maybe it was canceled. We do see faster Overlord movement on the way and Hydra speed finally on the way as well. So a little bit discombobulated here for Will, losing a ton of drones, losing his third base, and I think he's in trouble. He's going to try and counterattack. Artosis goes drop ship rather than science vessel. With the Lurkers out, I would have thought he would go science vessel. I think maybe if at this stage, given that he took the third base down, the science vessel, he might trade that for a science vessel. But hey, what do I know? Trying to look at multiple avenues of getting damage, I suspect. So maybe hit that third base at the same time as a drop if he didn't kill it, for example. Lurkers and Guardians, kind of his last chance here. Well, maybe not last chance, but it's never good when Terran is matching you base for base, and Artosis is doing exactly that right now. Mine goes down. Guardians, yeah, getting some damage on the Goliaths. Goliaths have range, though, and they're going to fight really well against these guys. Dark Swarm goes up, trying to pick off the Guardians at the very least. Gets one, two remain. Artosis bringing his Marines and Medics back, although there's not many left. But kind of almost doubling him in supply. A Wraith might be nice here. He does have the Scourge to deal with it. One anyways. Artosis does take his mineral only. A couple of Guardians going to be a bit of a pain, but they're pretty low. And he does start the Wraith. I think that's a good move. There's just not that many. And mostly, I guess there are Hydras, but you might be able to just pick off the Guardians. A Radiate would do him a lot better right now than this dropship, but of course more expensive. And you can see he's struggling for gas on just the two base in this matchup, and his minerals piling up here. Needs more production. Yeah, he's added the factory. Is really nice. I think he's got 6 or 7 there. And does he hold on here? Yeah, he's got to hold on. He's got too much supply. No Marines in these bunkers, though. I mean, it's a little bit scary here if you're Artosis. Here's the Wraith out to help deal with these Guardians, at least. Hydras should probably target it down. It's got a target fire. Yeah, he's just going to lose it if he's not careful. It does lose it, so that was kind of a waste. And Will putting some pressure on here. Where's Artosis 100 supply? I guess he's got 60 in SCVs. Taking more damage than I thought he would when I saw this push come up. He looks like he's going to hold on here, though, right? More units coming up. They're mostly Hydras. And, yeah, Will definitely getting some... Okay, eats a mine there. Yeah, push up to this third. Get this third base. Trying to retake his third here. The mines are going to see that. And Artosis is making a fourth as well for a third gas, which he does need. But his minerals just bulking up here. Loses the buildings. Does lift the command center in time and trying to get the repair on there. Just kind of a sloppy game, guys. And sometimes I think he just thought probably he won the game there after the third base and did not expect that counterattack and for it to do that much damage. Like don't throw this game, you know, like you're way ahead here. Still 110 supply, and you see Will under 70, which is that dangerous point. And Artosis probably thinking the same thing, like, why didn't this guy just leave? But he didn't, guys. You got to be careful. Dark Swarm's out. Zerg can trade really well if you're not careful. But Artosis looks like he's got things back under control. Managed to save this CC, and Will didn't find this one. This would be a nice pick-off if he would just send a unit up there or a scout. It's free for the pickings right now, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. And Artosis pushing back into his third mineral only. this turret going to survive? Couple defilers here. Don't quite have enough energy for anything. Has to consume a Hydra. Throws up the Dark Swarm to save the 2 lurkers and the defilers. Adrenal glands on the way for the Zerglings. This has potential here. Okay, he just wants to consume with them. Did he get Plague yet, guys? I don't remember seeing it up there, but I wasn't particularly looking for it yet. Don't think he did, because this would have been a nice Plague rather than that second Dark Swarm. Good minds by Artosis to clean up a lurker. And yeah, he is getting rid of these bunkers for unit pathing. One more Guardian here, just being a bit of a pain, but really not that big a deal to deal with. You should get him here with these Goliaths. Yeah, that's going to be it for him. Okay, good amount of units coming up. We see a huge supply block, or a mini supply block, I should say. Down to 51 supply, but continuing to pressure. Like, who can attack? What other race can attack with 50 supply? Half in drones, less than half in actual army. That was a mine, I think, or a tank shot that got 2 defilers. Really nice Lucker noob. Okay, it leaves the game. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so not the best effort there from either player, I would say, but kind of a game that, you know, you can get caught playing down to your opponent sometimes. You can see that in sports sometimes, I think, where you're like, you think it's going to be easier than it might be, and if you don't, if you kind of stop playing, you can get yourself in trouble. It almost happened to Artosis, but he did manage to pull it off, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. A little bit different, a little bit lower level there, but fun nonetheless. Always fun to see this matchup, TVZ. Appreciate you joining me. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow.